What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today working on an 06 Colorado, and this right here kind of be like a combination video. We had an AC leak, and then I discovered that I saw a little bit of wetness around the top tank right here on the radiator, so I did a pressure check, and just so y'all can see. You can see that coolant down in there. All that's coming from the top portion of the tank right there. It happens, sucks sometimes, but it happens. So we're going to be doing this job on here. Pretty straightforward, nothing major, any of that stuff. So let me get y'all set up, come back and show y'all how to rip this bad boy out. So I drained the coolant. The way I did this was I pulled the lower radiator hose, which is down on the driver's side right there. I just climbed underneath the front of it, and it's just a squeeze clamp. Squeeze it, move it back, pull the hose off, make sure you got a drain pan, and there wasn't a whole lot in there. I don't know how well you can see, but so far not even probably a gallon come out of it, so it wasn't a whole lot of it. I'm pull overflow off, and I'm filming on my phone because I was not expecting to do this today. It's kind of how things have been going lately. Finding stuff we really weren't expecting, but like I said, that's the automotive industry, I guess. Ugh. Oh my God. I'm gonna pull this off right here. It's a little hard to do it one hand because that is super tight. Here's the hose, get that up and out of the way. Next, if you look down right there, see that little clip right there? Well, there should be one right there, but there's not. But one right there. Should be one in the corner, one on the end. Somebody's had this off before. Then there's one right there, one right there, and there should be one on the end right there too. So, like I said, somebody's had this off before. I can tell. So, but I'm gonna use just a little pick. Use this little pick right here. Just pull them off. Just be careful, don't drop them. Sometimes they can fall to the ground, sometimes they won't. Just kind of depends. But we're going to do that just so we can get this radiator shroud, fan shroud out of the way. But first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, and there's this little hose piece that holds this AC line on. Pop it loose, and then once you do that, you can pop those clips, and then this top piece will come off, and then you should be able to get to the lower fan shroud a little bit easier. Normally there is another little piece on this fan shroud that I've noticed on a lot of these Atlas engine things, vehicles. There's like another little round piece that this kind of sits into. We'll see if this one has it or not. A lot of times when somebody has worked on it, they will remove that. So you can see we got it loose. They just sit in here. Middle pieces in there, and then in that. Now you will have to pop it up and over a little bit just to clear your AC line. I'm going to fold this hose back, and we're going to pull this up and out, and there we go. Set this to the side. I'll show you what the little clips look like. These are your little clips. See how they're on there? There should be like 6 or 8 of them, but this one only had 4. Like I said, somebody has been in this before. Actually, they left the ring in there. You normally don't see that. Most people take these out. When you take them out, it can cause it to kind of flop around. Check your piece. Yeah, we good on that. And in this lower piece only just kind of lifts up. I knew it wrapped around one way to get it out, so you have to put it back in through the driver's side. Ugh. There we go, that's your lower piece. Next, one thing we have left to do after this is take these transmission lines off. Kind of get y'all a little bit better view. Hold on. Put y'all down in here. And if you've ever done, look at my pick again. Maybe a little dark, but you ever done Chevy transmission lines? You gotta pop this little cover back. Sometimes they can be a pain to pry back if you don't use a pick or a screwdriver. Then inside there's like a little horseshoe style clip. You can pull that off, or I think they even make a tool you can slide into it and pull it out. But you can just use your pick and kind of get under it most of the time. See if I can get one of them out for y'all. But I about had it. I dropped it on the floor. Let me grab it. That is your little U-clip. Hang on to these. Try not to lose them. You can buy them at part stores and stuff, but no need to buy unnecessary parts. But I'm just going to do this one real quick. That one's tight. So let me get that one, and then I'm going to pull the lines out. Once you get those off, they'll just pull right out. You may have to wiggle them up and down a little bit, but they'll pull out. Get the lines out. I did put a drain pan expansion top on there just to catch everything, and 13 millimeter. There we go. Set that down. Thread that back in. And now, next step is get two 10 millimeters, one right there, one right there. Take that out, and then you pull the condenser up and pull it back, and this will free the radiator up. But we're changing the condenser anyway, but this will help me get to the condenser a little bit easier whenever I do this. So I'm going to pull the radiator out first. So I grabbed this line right here. You can see how much movement you got. Pulled it up and freed the condenser from the radiator. And now we should just be able to lift this radiator right out. Oh yeah, you can see where it's been leaking for a while. Look at that. That's where it all was leaking, right in there. And it's been just collecting right there. Look how dirty it is. You can see where it's been running down. Yep. It looks like that's even got some stuff on it. And now the condenser. Get y'all kind of upside down. So, to kind of move it a little bit. Take the condenser out. You do have a bolt right here. That's on the driver's side. And then you got this little bolt right there that runs to the hard line that runs all the way across and back up right here. And it does have a Christmas tree fitting here, a little hole clip there on the bottom, and once you get that, you can pull the condenser out. This has no Freon in it. It leaked all out, so we don't have to take it anywhere to get it pulled out, because there was never any in there. When we got the truck, it was empty. So, but if you are doing it and it has a small leak and you're doing it yourself, make sure you take it somewhere to get it poured out, because it is illegal to release that into the atmosphere, just so everybody knows. But we're gonna get, which looks like maybe a 12 or 13 right there, and a 10 millimeter on that top one right there. Sorry, I thought I was showing y'all. My fault. All right, got both lines off. 10 millimeter was the small one, 13 was the big one, and we should be able to pull her right up. And there we go. this is our condenser. So now we're just waiting on the new parts, and then once we get those in, I can give y'all torque specs and show y'all how to fill up everything, the coolant, bleed it, all that stuff, and same thing with the condenser. So it's a waiting game at this point.